Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another wonderful evening of, almost said sitting down with Soul Writer again. Goodness, wrong show. Right idea, wrong show. Hi, everyone. It's me, Jenna O'Malley, your Soul Writer, author of sci-fi fantasy of dashes of romance and nerdy references. This is Soul Squad Sprinters, hosted on behalf of the Heart Readings community, hosted originally formed by, I should say, Sarah Cannon. I can't believe it's been a year since I've joined this community, and I'm sorry if you hear me rustle in my mic or anything as I do sound checks and things of that nature. So, how's everyone doing? If you want to go ahead and join, I did go ahead and pop the links over on the YouTube end for you there. And also, of course, thank you, Adrian, for making the opening and closing bits to my channel a little bit. If you are looking for that kind of marketing material, go ahead and check his channel out. I think he has a Ko-fi out for stuff like that if you also want to purchase through him. Mama Melissa, hello there. Good to see you, my dear friend. Power Play Press, right on time, right on time. Sorry for that. Stephanie, hello, hello. Good to see you. Cool Gamer, nice to see you. Hi, Ninja. It's been a while. Angela. Hilla, great to see you. And Friends. So, is that a Garfield and Friends reference then? Because, yeah, like Garfield Christmas, best ever, right? Right? So, we are going to be doing 4 sprints tonight. I don't think we're going to be going into overtime with them, our sprints, me hearties, mostly because, well, what you all don't see is like half of my office is packed up. A couple of you know this is going to be after tonight, 2 more lives until we move. I'm not hosting on Friday the 16th because I go to pick up the keys to our new apartment. So we will have 2 more Saturdays after tonight. I just wanted to get that little bit of housekeeping out of the way up front for everyone. Yes. Oh my goodness. Like the Garfield Christmas special, I could skip every other Christmas movie. It's not Christmas until I watch the Garfield Christmas special. Now, to be fair, my husband, we have to have a Christmas story on for a full 24 hours from midnight to midnight. Yes, he will stay up until midnight on Christmas Eve until he's able to turn it on. And the reason why we like to do circa midnight to midnight is midnight Christmas Day turns into the 26th and his birthday. So it's kind of like a countdown to his birthday, too. You got Nibbler. Yay. A Nibbler always wants to try and help, right, Ninja? Only accidentally. Are you sure? Hello, hello to all from Rita. Hi, Hime, sweetheart. We know we named you Princess because you're a diva, but chill. They're having cat fights. Happy Friday there, Facebook user. We're going to get you the streamyard.com/Facebook link here in a minute. Angela, Melissa, are you, either of you on both sides? Yes, and very much for a new home. It's not a house. It's an apartment, but it's the biggest apartment I've ever been inside of. What is it with this month? I know like 5 other people who are moving this month. Good to know I'm not alone, and we're going to get through this together, right? Hello, AMS. Good to see you. Yeah, that was Hime. She's a daddy's little girl, and anyone gets within her bubble who isn't daddy, she starts witching, but not with a W. Put it that way. Hello, Kim. First sprint with me. Yay, happy to have you here. Well, we are about to get into our first sprint in a moment here. We're going to go ahead and take care of a couple of things before we do so. Ninja sure does with the Nibbler. Such a mama's boy. Sounds like the way Corin, our Maine Coon, who we had when we were first together. He's no longer with us, but he, I would come home from college, walk to the top of the steps of the place where we were living at the beginning of our relationship for my now husband and I, and literally Corin would be at the top of the steps as if he were a puppers, and then flop over and show his belly. I'm like, are you a dog or are you a cat? Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for having my back there, my friend. Thank you, thank you. And also, Rita, your son and wife moved to their new house. Yes, yes. I remember when I first got into the group, you talking about that. So it was you who was talking about that. Moves can be challenging, and we've lived where we are now for 10 years. So let me go ahead and cup of positivity and break up a cat fight. I'm sure you want to see more of the Christmas.
Cup of positivity, do 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 do. Cup of positivity, do 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 do. Cup of positivity.
I'm telling you, they are throwing me off. They are throwing me off tonight. It must be a Friday night. It must be a Friday night. So, Cup of Positivity is a new one. Hime, did you jinx the Cup of Positivity? I kid you not. I can't make this up. Think like a cat. You deserve to rest. Hime has spoken. Let's go ahead and get into our first sprint, I guess. um, question mark. So we're going to go ahead and do 4 sprints, 25 minutes each. We'll have a chatty session in between, and it's okay. We got you. We got you. We got you. It probably gave you that garbly gook, Facebook and YouTube contaminated image it likes to give. So we're going to go ahead and, in honor of Cowboy Bebop, get into our first sprint by saying, as we normally kind of like to do, a little bit ahead of the clock. 3, 2, 1. I'll see you in a bit. Let me let out some cats. All right, everyone, let me go ahead and dial that back a little. Maybe not quite that much, but let's get real. We end up around that time anyway, don't we? All right, that's a little bit closer. So remember to change out the chat break there. So, how did everyone go? I know we had a lot of people hop on in during that sprint. So, what's going on? Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's good to see you. Let's see. Rita had said, I think before we went to sprint, that you moved from a city of 1 million to a town of about 25. Wow, that's a big jump. It's a big jump. 9-hour drive. So between the two places, you mean there was a 9-hour drive? Just making sure I understand that because we're only moving like an hour. Thank goodness. Ninja, your oldest cat, Isabella, is sleeping, and then Athena is in her room. Glad to hear that they're both doing really, really well. I'm assuming the bah, or is that more like a Mandarkian from Dexter's Lab? Bah ha 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 ha. Laugh their power play presses about Hime showing up, and therefore, indeed, if it is a jinx, I guess it's a gift. I guess it's a gift. There are far worse gifts she could give me, and boy, do I know it. Melanie, that was you on Facebook. Gotcha. The permissions thing hasn't been cooperating with me lately either for everything except Ecamm. Like Restream and StreamYard aren't working for me either, so I understand. Hello there, Lauren. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Elizabeth also hopped on in along with Jordan Mahoney did. Ninja is saying Nibbler's squeaky. Yeah, I have a squeaky boy as well. Uh, Asta's very squeaky. Lauren saying that you're glad the week's over. Bit a bad one. Yeah, you've been having teeth issues. We went on to talk about a little bit. My husband is finally going to hopefully get his wisdom teeth taken out next month. I've been after him since we've been married to get it done, and his teeth are saying, "Hey, take it out willingly or not." So, feeling that with you there, my friend. And of course, definitely so, Liz, you are here better late than never. And as Gandalf says, wizards are never late. We show up precisely when we means to anyway. So, whenever you do decide and are able to drop in, you're welcome to be here. Thanks for being here, my friend. It's good to see you. So let's see what else is going on in the chat there. Jordan is saying need to go to take a break. Good to see you, my friend. Author Lauren Adele. Oh yes. Lauren's sister Nicole. They both have visited with me a couple of times on different things I do around the channel in the past. Nicole's revamped, redone collection of her poetry is back out. They're having a live stream for it. I'm very excited for Nicole with that. I know she's very much been working hard on it and looking forward to the republishing. Yeah. Nicole is amazing. Her poetry is amazing. So Power Play Press is working on your Erin Condren A5 Life Planner and really looking forward to using it. I I want one so badly. Just with the move, I can't justify buying one this year. I almost did because I found them on sale at Michael's for like way steep on sale on Black Friday, and I passed them up, and I shouldn't have done that. Stephanie, there was just ooh, I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone's okay. Angela, mostly goofed off, but now you're beta reading and editing. Well, if the kids are around, is it momming if it's still goofing off though? Just curious. Hilla IG post done, 75 words, really strong sprint. Working on your HB90. That's what I printed off today. I printed off stuff to start getting in the mindset prep to close out this quarter and not just start up 2023, but start up other stuff. So I probably won't get to touch it, but at least I hope to get it printed and into my binder this weekend. And very much so there, Lauren. So AMS is handwriting tonight. So yeah, I don't worry about word count when I write because sometimes, depending on how fast I'm writing, it's tiny or it's huge. I gotcha. So Jordan has never done through with your teeth. You don't like winter because you know that your seasonal depression will come back. Yeah, seasonal depression, I can tell from experience, is not a fun thing. So please do a couple of things extra this time of year. Monitor your vitamin D intake. Like if you're not able to get it tested, maybe make sure you're taking, you know, extra drink milk, orange juice and juices with vitamin D added, stuff like that, or if not a supplement, because we all know what happens when we don't get the sunlight this time of year. We all know what happens. Gotcha. Moving to where you are now. You haven't moved since. Gotcha. For Rita there. And I agree, TGIF is more than a TV show block on some sort of major television network from the 1990s. I will wholly agree with that. Melanie is saying you got a little bit of research done with some nonfiction resources for someone in another group who's looking for some direction. And there was somebody in, I want to say, I saw a couple of posts, people asking in different groups today about nonfiction stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I teach nonfiction writing as the majority of my teaching stuff. And I just can't volunteer to offer. I don't have the extra spoons to spare to like coach someone through that right now, is what I told my students, even for like college essays. I'm like, you got to ask another English teacher. Sorry, my spoons are occupado. Yes, what are you working on for sure? Stephanie, you live on a busy street. See, I lived in downtown Baltimore when I was a wee little girl. I understand this statement. It one fender bender blocks traffic for hours, unfortunately. Lauren saying, can you justify it as a business expense? That's okay. End up buying things you don't need. See, make a pros and cons list. Make a pros and cons list. And do you have any of the Ollie Happy gummy worms? No, not heard of those. I've not heard of those before. Oh, okay. So I have heard of those like product lines, but not that brand. That's probably the way I should word it. So let me go ahead and get us dialed on back there. Not too bad off. We're going to get ready into another sprint. I am going to put a pin there. I know I didn't get to all the comments. We'll get to you first next time, though. So, of course, we do have our sprint, and our brain break question is up there, everybody. Which of the reindeer on Santa's team deserves a romance novel? And on the other hand, which one is at the center of a crime plot? Let's see. We'll find out after this break. Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and click the correct button, Jenna. Clicky, clicky. There we go. So let's go ahead and get our banners switcheroonied around. Welcome on back, everyone. I hope that was a good one for you. Make sure you're saving your work. If you had tech gremlin issues like I did, please make sure you are saving your work. We had a brain break. Which of the reindeer on Santa's team deserves a romance novel, and which one is at the center of a crime plot? Let's see here. Let's see. Elizabeth is saying, I don't really enjoy winter as much as you get barometric pressure migraines. I used to get those when I was a little bit younger. I hope they do go away for you quickly, my friend. I really do. Rita, last sprint, you read some Moonology cards and tarot reading up next. I'm actually going to be doing some tarot and things after sprints today, I think, as a way to calm down. Thank you for the idea there, Rita. Kim, you know about spoon theory. Um, um, I know all about that spoon theory, my dears. Lady Nerd is in the house. My father-in-law called his Toyota Matrix that he recently replaced no spoon. To give you a little bit of context there, enjoy all the giggles. The first time I heard it, I was like eye roll, but giggling on the inside so much. And of course, feel welcome. We are all nerds and geeks here for sure, for sure. So, Jordan, Tarita, you have a very good friend from Calgary. And oh, that's right. We do have a lot of Canadian friends that like to hang around here. And I've heard Calgary's a nice place to live in as well, for sure. Yes, I've actually spoken with Nicole in the past. She's done a reading for me. I need to reach out to her maybe, but it probably won't be until after the move. Rita is saying for the brain break, of course, Vixen for the romance. And a lot of people are, of course, saying Vixen for crime, maybe Blitzen, not a bad one. Did anybody else see the really bad history joke in Lauren's suggestion like I did? Donner for crime and Vixen for romance was logical. She says she didn't do it on purpose, but she's going to claim it anyway. Bingo. I didn't set you up for that. I didn't realize it either. I kind of, open the door, crack, and shove your shoulder in it, I guess. Jordan, that's true. That's true. Just an excuse. There's more to do. Maybe. Smiley faces there. Cherry, hi. Thought you're doing great. See, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You are a wizard. You're free to come and go as you please, just like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, right? Melissa, my dear, thank you so much for being here. And I may or may not have a guest who's sort of new to the Heart Breathings community-esque joining me tomorrow morning. I got to nail her down a little bit. You'll see. Surprise guest, everybody. Yes, for sure. Melissa's stepping out. Ah, gotcha. That's right. You are in Ireland. How are things over there, my friend? And good evening, Cheesecake Man. Were your ears burning? We were talking about you earlier. At least I was. Peta, it's good to see you. How are things in Australia? I need to kick your butt into here. Well, also, my friend, don't forget it is the holidays, and whether or not it is where you are and you're choosing to celebrate or not, I'm not sure. But in light of that, please do make sure you're taking care of you. Dancer for romance and Vixen for ooh, like all of a sudden I see Vixen as like Girl Friday from an old detective movie, but romancified. You see what I mean? That's a Cupid would be good for the romance novel. That's kind of where my brain first went, honestly. Elizabeth got done with the HB90 Ideal Life. I can't wait to finish all that. Love it. Love it. Speaking of, HB90 kickoff call is coming up this weekend. I have a note. I don't have a time. That's bad me. So be keeping an eye out for that. I think it's this Sunday, the 11th for that. Why am I not surprised? Edited several pages for Stephanie. 551 for Hilla, and Rudolph is certainly. Rudolph as a villain of a crime novel because no one would suspect. I want to see this now. Like, I don't want to just see this as a book. I would watch this as like a scary Christmas movie, kind of like a la Krampus. Angela, beta reading. Gotcha. Your kid came home and told you about her trip with her friend. How did it go? I hope it went well. I love how you all are giggling back and forth and cheering each other on. A page and a half this sprint. Not bad at all for sure, because your handwriting, right? That's really not bad. Uh, Kim, Mario, my twin have been reading tarot since you were 17. I just started into it, partially influenced because of other people in the Heart Breathings group, including Sarah, our fearless leader, but also both of my mother-in-laws do. A lot of you don't know I have two mother-in-laws. My husband has a stepmom, so both of them are kind of into what Wendy Walker, her nickname's Wendy Walker, would call woo-woo. So that's the stepmom. PETA, dancer for the romance novel, after all. Name had to come from somewhere. Now to go out well. Anyway, oh, yes, we were talking about the teeth issues. Lauren and you are teeth buddies right now, apparently, my dear husband. Ah, yes, but what time on the 11th? I got the 11th. What time? I love you, Angela. It's not you, it's me. I'm exhausted. I'm like, I should know this time frame because I just said it to someone earlier. Thank you. 3 p.m. Eastern. 3 p.m. Eastern. And it makes sense that I was thinking 2 because for Sarah, it would be 2. Gotcha. Because she's, I believe, Central Time Zone now. That's why I'm thinking 2. It's actually 3 Eastern, 2 Central. Gotcha. Mary, excited for that call. Oh my goodness. Yes, you will love this. This is going to be my third quarter and my first full calendar year starting with HB90. I'm so excited. Cherry, except for the red nose. Well, if his father made him uncomfortable with some sort of covering, I'm sure he could figure it out given what we can do with makeup today. Melanie, starting on Christmas cards. Hopefully you can get them done this weekend. Yes. Very nice way to spend the sprint and more. Reading runes this year. Found the tarot too confusing. For me, it took a time to just learn the cards. Yep. Got your first tarot deck about 23 years ago. Seems like everyone's been doing it for a long time. I feel so new and fresh to it. Love it. So I'm going to dial that back a wee bit. Let's see. Whoa. Why couldn't that have been a 25? So Cherry has a whole lot of team of underlings for that. Ha, love that. Very much so. And don't think you'll be sorry at all for signing up for HB90. Not at all. 1000% totally worth it. Christmas cards. Yeah, we're not doing those this year either because part of me is like, no. All right. We need to do our cup of positivity reminder right quick, everybody. So, for our reminder today, we were told to think like a cat. You deserve to rest, especially with it being post NaNoWriMo. Think like a cat. You deserve to rest. We're about to go into our self-care, soul care sprint. For those of you who are new, in my opinion, self-care is your physical form. Soul care is anything that goes beyond that. So do whatever you need to, especially if you've been sitting there for an hour. We're going to go ahead and get into the sprint. I will disappear camera-wise completely. Like when my camera pops back up and you see my icon, it means I'm back. Otherwise, I'll see you soon. And definitely, please, take care of you. Alrighty, let's dial back that clock. Let's dial back that clock. Alrighty, everyone. So while we're getting roped back together, I purposely did leave it long this time, knowing that I have to go over who's coming up next on the heart breathings schedule. So I'm actually pulling up the schedule in a new window. If you want to go ahead and check the link as well. I'm sorry if I didn't quite clip the mic there fast enough before a little bit of a cough there. So I know I'm the one who's normally up first on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern. And don't forget, tonight is the last Friday night before I move. I'm going to be spending next Friday picking up the keys, so I won't be here, unfortunately. I won't be back in time to host. So the next two lives, if you notice we have two left, are going to be both my Saturday morning tomorrow and then a week from tomorrow. Okay. After me tomorrow, 3 p.m. Looks like Tracy's plan with me is setting on the calendar for tomorrow at 3 still. I don't know if that got moved or not, but her 5 p.m. live sprints are sitting there for tomorrow on the schedule. 9 a.m. on Sunday, Power Play Press. 5 a.m. again, I'm sorry, Melissa over at Power Play Press. I should say that right. I'm sorry. That was really bad on me. Then, of course, 5 p.m. for Tracy. Then 10 p.m. for Lisa over in Little Forest Homes. And then Monday, looks like an early start, 7 a.m. with Karen, 9 a.m. with our Angela, 8 p.m. with Lisa. I'm half asleep, apparently. It's been a long week. So, how did things go during that one, everyone? How did it indeed go? What's going down in the chats? So, this is your first HB90. I think it's going to be a big help for you. I'm definitely agreeing with what Angela is saying there to you in the chat for sure, Elizabeth, for sure. And Angela had said, Christmas cards? What is this thing? I never get to them. Melanie, why am I not surprised? Angela, I am nothing if not predictable. You two are so hilarious. You really are. Paget, hello, hello. This is our last chat, and we're going to do one more 25-minute sprint. You can't believe, yeah, it's been a while, my friend. It's been a while. We're glad to have you here. If you want to go ahead and check out the calendar I was just looking at, there's the link on the YouTube ends. Sweet for short. Thank you. My husband used to belong to a group that did a lot of things Scottish related, so I dug it from the depths of the Christmas parties we used to go to for that. And it's not exactly his clan colors or anything, but they work. Hilla did some doodling and watched some YouTube. I love doom scrolling through YouTube to relax. It was a silent cough to us, thank goodness, because normally my coughs can be really asthmatic sounding. More beta readings, always a good way to go for sure. Angela, 870. Hello, Kelly. Good to see you. Yay for AMS to finish the story and just working on and got a little bit of a sketch of it. I love that you can do both. And Angela, I am going to definitely make sure I do because it's been, I think all of us, though, we were saying this back during NaNoWriMo. It seems like we kind of have been seeming to pass it amongst ourselves across the miles as admin because it's like Sarah and her kids had it, and then I think it visited you guys again, and then it visited someone else, and then it came back here, and I'm like, wait a minute, this has got to stop. Melissa, Tracy, Diane, run! Paget, you hope that can do the HB90 next time. It is normally quarterly, so I would say about 3 to 4 weeks out before the quarter starts, you'll start hearing rumblings of it going through about 3 to 4 weeks before the end of the quarter. I know the kickoff call is this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern for anyone who's still interested. I do have links in my description box for it. HB90 is quarterly. Next class will be mid-March. Yep, ish. Well, I kind of We'll talk about Scots later. I could get really distracted if we talk about Scottish guys. Oh, I wrote about one for a reason. Um, Unless you mean now, which is yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, I don't think it's so much that it's full. I'm not sure when enrollment is cut off. Personally, um, I know it's not full, and the cutoff is done by date, not class size. I'm not sure what date though, Angela. That's what I can't remember. Is it how close to the cutoff was it this time? My brain's not keeping up with that, unfortunately. January 1 seems really far away. It does. And I think it's just in part because we have two holidays to get through first. So, for those of you who are like really interested in joining HB90, I have links in the description box for sure, for sure. Noon Eastern. Noon Eastern. Okay. Someone said 3 earlier. This has been my whole week because of the move, though, guys. This has been my whole week at work. I'm sorry. What? I don't know dates because I still think it was last week. I apologize. Yes, Sunday, noon Eastern for the cutoff, and then I think the kickoff is later. So 168 as an additional scene for free mag. Ooh, love freebies. Don't wait in class. Thank you. See, this is what happens when my brain gets too scrambled. And I'm going to write that down before I forget as soon as we get into the sprint, though. So this is going to be our last one of the night. This is going to be our last one of the night. Did we call? Oh, I got close, but no cigar. So for our last sprint of the night, do what you need to do and need to take care of for sure, for sure. And then brain break is there as well, my friends. Your character is armed in a food fight with the items from your current, if you're eating dinner tonight right now, or last meal. What are they using? Let's find out. Really. Come on. Alrighty, let me just go ahead and remove that out of the way. It's Molly and Loki. Some of you have really come here to see on the routine anyway. So you had Loki earlier. Hello to the Moo Moo now because they're both just a couple of big babies who need all the attention apparently. So, how did the brain break and our last actual sprint for everyone go? The question for the brain break was your character is armed in a food fight with the items from your current, if you were eating now, or most recent meal. What are you using? Reminder, public, oh goodness, HB90 enrollment closes at noon on Sunday, and the kickoff call is at 3 p.m. That's Eastern. So check the links in the description box on the YouTube end if you need those. And yes, there is a payment plan, totally worth it. There's also, you can join every single kickoff call, like any like live related to that Sarah sends out. For example, if she does like a master class for HB90, for example, that could potentially be done, by random chance in the future. That could potentially also be included. There's also the fact that there's a Publish and Thrive discount. There's the lifetime access. Sarah's redoing the videos to add clarification. If stuff changes or gets updated over time, she lets you know all that too. And one-time fee. So definitely check that out for sure, for sure. Responses to the actual brain break there as we get into our wrap up and reflect mode. How did it go, everybody? Suggestions so far for the food fight are an egg flip. You had pancakes with your last meal. Gotcha, gotcha. A&W French fries and burger with a splash of root beer. Emphasis on the splash of root beer. Maybe it's magical. The fight consists of also maybe cranberry sauce, shredded turkey salad, and sparkling juice. Consists of coffee and sparkling water with a little bit of an add-in, maybe later, of a Milky Way. I love this. This is going to be an epic food fight for sure. Hello there, Triple C. It's great to see you. I hope you're doing great. You have a great night as well, my friend. Hilla and Stephanie and others who are also departing. Thank you all so much for being here for sure, for sure. I know that even the kitties are dragging Rita away. Let's see. Paget saying for the food fight, nuggets and carrots, not a bad option at all. That sounds like a food fight I'd want to join as well. Getting good start on the Christmas cards. You're very welcome. I will be here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So I hope to see you across the weekend in other chats. If I don't see you in my own chat tomorrow morning, take care of yourself, get some rest. You're definitely worth it for sure, for sure. Of course, you're downstairs on the couch and they are ignoring me. And when you don't want their attention, it's when they choose to not interact, right? Kelly 805. Cherry was going to write, but randomly decided you'd rather paint. And you've got to refill the well as you need, my friend. Take care of yourself as you need. Ooh, chocolate covered ice cream. That would be really messy. You're very, very welcome, my friends. So I'm going to go ahead and step on out. Please do make sure that you are taking care of yourselves as we get ready to head out into a busy holiday season in the coming weeks, in case some of us aren't already there or not. So Molly Moo says good night. And of course, above all, take care of yourself. We know you're worth it. Bye.